for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Hungry for something real? Come to HF Crave, Lincoln's favorite spot for burgers that are anything but basic. Locally sourced Nebraska beef, hand-cut fries, and bold flavors that'll make your taste buds cheer. Whether you're craving the classics or ready to try something wild, they've got the burger that gets you. HF Crave. Fresh, local, craveable. Find them at 48th and Holdridge or order online at hfcrave.com. For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Don't be fooled by the typical holiday ads this year. A new car for your significant other is a dream, but not a likely reality. Why not upgrade the current car you have with a detail? This year's hot item is a gift certificate from Nebraska Auto Detail to make your car look and smell fully refreshed again. We all have clutter and we all make messes, but it doesn't have to stay like that. Give the gift of a clean car this holiday. Buy your certificate at NebraskaAutoDetail.com or call 402-601-5086 for an appointment today.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Ready, set, forward. Just announced 0% for 66 months with approved credit on all 2025 Ford F-150s at Zollner, Fort Beatrice. Save thousands in finance charges. If your current pickup loan's 4, 5, 6% or more, trade in today and receive 0% for up to 66 months on a brand new 2025 Ford F-150 of your choice at Zollner, Fort Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
This holiday season, bring home a tradition that tastes like celebration. Beatrice Bakery's world-famous fruitcake, baked in the heart of Nebraska with rich, golden batter, real cherries, pineapple, crunchy nuts, and a splash of old-fashioned goodness. It's moist, flavorful, and crafted the same way for generations. It's the fruitcake that turns skeptics into believers. Find Beatrice Bakery fruitcake online at grandmasbakeshop.com or at your favorite retailer, and make your holidays deliciously unforgettable with the help of Beatrice Bakery's world-famous fruitcake.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in, Don't Punt Hour. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. As always, you guys are welcome to join in. 402-464-5685. Not like we don't have a million things to talk about here on a Monday. It's been a busy weekend, more than busy weekend for Husker sports. Some good, some bad, some ugly. We'll get into it all on the Don't Punt Hour. It is Monday here in the capital city. Good morning, Pierson-El. How's it going?
Not too bad, Another day, another dollar. Very interesting way to start a Monday.
Yeah. You know what? Where do you want to start? Since there's that many things to talk about.
I mean, we can dive into it, or we can hold off on it. It don't matter. We can start with losing the freaking A&M. That pissed me off.
Damn, I really thought you were going to say the Chicago Bears win over the Browns. And
Ain't nobody worried about them.
The Packers are. They're shivering in their boots. All right, let's talk about it. Texas A&M. Then we lost.
I think it was just one of those days where it was just we didn't have it was a bad day, bad game, kind of and they just we got caught at the right time.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to sum it up. Good Texas A&M team. It does piss me off, like Trev Alberts, man. I'm tired of losing to this guy. Like, you don't get to bail ship and win. You don't get
Apparently
to say,
he does.
I'm here for the hall, leave the hall, and then go reap the rewards of another program. That's probably too harsh. I'm sure he's a nice dad and family guy, whatever. But it's just we run into him all the time. Volleyball, basketball, the men and women's that year were both in the tournament, both somehow drew Texas A&M.
Basketball, It's just, I mean, like I said, it is what it is. They didn't get the best Nebraska team that day, and we paid the price for it.
Yeah, I'll tip my cap to Texas A&M's players and coaches, not all the staff above, but it was a good team. It was.
They are a good team. They are a good team.
And I'll credit to Nebraska volleyball. I was talking about it with the wrestlers, Caleb Smith and Ridge Lovett, and we just kind of landed on at least you guys fought. For everything we were upset about the football team with the last 2 games of the season, where it felt like you kind of just tucked your tail between your legs and took the let them beat the A. Like this, you took one of those sets to 35-37. You were, clawing tooth and nail to get through and keep that thing going. And then even in that 5th set, where if they jumped up to a nice start and it felt like they're going to run away with it, they battled back a little bit. Inevitably, Texas A&M wins it, but you at least saw a team that was fighting out there tooth and nail. Even though they didn't have it that day, they weren't just going to let Texas A&M take it. And they made them fight for it. So I can respect that out of the volleyball team. And that's the part to where I don't get, it's still if we want to use the analogy, the child I don't worry about. Like, yeah, they're going to mess up sometimes, but they're tough. Like, they're going to battle back. Next year, they will be a title contender, most likely again. You don't get to win it every year. Even when all of the stats, and worst thing about stats today is people run into definitives where they think they know what's going to happen. Nebraska wasn't going to go not lose a set through that entire tournament, let alone walk through and just walk into a national champion. Like, you knew it was going to be a tough road. And I think some people's expectations got a little
ahead of themselves.
Yeah. And I'll put myself in that boat. You watch that team sometimes, and it's hard to conceive, but that's all it takes in volleyball is one night where you come in and maybe you slept right. Maybe you ate everything okay. Maybe everything outside of sports is going great, but for whatever reason, you just don't have it that day. But you gave what they had. And that's why I still respect them for it. That team gave everything they had in the tank, even though that tank, for whatever reason, wasn't full. They fought through. They played essentially an entire extra set with that one that went to 35-37. So it sucks a lot. But that's the difference between the way the football regular season ended and the way the volleyball season ended. You didn't let anyone just embarrass you. You made them absolutely fight for it. So it's tough, but it was an exciting match to watch at the very least.
Most definitely. Like I said, it didn't go our way, but it was definitely entertaining.
Yeah, the 35-37 one. That's the most anxiety I felt in a while.
I think all of Nebraska felt that.
Because you're sitting there, Nebraska, we need this. If we're gonna we obviously need this one. Because I think at that point it would have been 3 sets. That would have been the third one.
Yeah, that would have been it.
So, my heart rate was going up. I don't have my watch on now, but I think I got up to 120. And that's just me sitting there on the couch, not moving, just oh my God. And they won it. So thank goodness you put up a fight. You went to 5 sets. Texas A&M moves on. I will be rooting for I'll pick a Big Ten team to root for. Maybe Purdue if they're still in the mix, or Minnesota.
I don't want to. I don't want to see it. I'm pissed, and that's just me being petty. Don't care anymore.
Fair enough. I'll root for Louisville at least in the next one.
No.
Over Texas A&M? Absolutely. I'm not rooting for Texas A&M.
Fair point.
Yeah. Then after that, I'll pick someone in the race as a bystander. But yeah, what an incredible season. Like, I obviously it ended up in a way that was tragic, but you only get a tragic ending if the beginning was that awesome. I mean, we did get to enjoy an undefeated regular season. We get mad at some of these other programs for really dropping the ball. Like, these guys almost had perfection and they just missed perfection. And I understand why it's upsetting, but I think most Husker volleyball fans, true volleyball fans, will sit here and look at this program and say, listen, that was year one of Danny Busboom Kelly. You lost some seniors, but you had a lot of young players get a lot of reps. And you still have the best recruiting classes coming down the pipeline. That's why I say I think they'll be title contenders as long as they keep that work ethic that they showed this season. Even though they didn't win championship, they still showed incredible work ethic. So not worried about them, although it does suck. Where do you want to go next? Dylan Raiola?
No, not yet. Basketball, knocking out. And I don't want to go there because I'm still I don't have nice necessarily words, but we'll get to that.
Which one's the good, the bad, the ugly? If we're going to use this analogy, the good is the basketball. Which
good, one? I'm talking about the DR stuff. Like I'm not.
That's the ugly, right? Or is that just?
I wouldn't say ugly, but I mean I'm ripping the Band-Aid off. Like, I mean, it is what it is. But okay. we can get there once we get there. But basketball, beating Illinois at Illinois, huge win. Great, huge win. Shock waves around the basketball world. We're up. So we'll definitely take that.
Yeah, that was one where I saw the collective college basketball world say, oh, shoot. And you can put another expletive in there. I mean, a lot of people who want to keep saying, I saw some people still saying, well, they haven't played anyone. It's like, okay, first of all, you're not watching the season whatsoever. Second of all, just wait. And holy smokes, that win versus Illinois was everything we needed to tell everyone, shut up, this team's good. If you don't think they're good, you're just flat out wrong. Now, will they be this good to carry out the season? That's time to tell. But to sit here and say they're not that good this right now,
they're handling their business and they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Oh, on the road too. That's a huge win.
And I think that's what looks different from last year and the year before. Necessarily, we knew where we were at home. Last year, I felt oftentimes it was a half. We wouldn't play full games. It was a half. Either we start off well and kind of tailor it off, or we start off terrible and pick it up second half. So playing like that this early in the season against some of these opponents and everything like that, building confidence, and it's really coming together.
Yeah, we haven't really had any games outside of one or two where we played, incomplete games. I think upstate you played a half, and West Georgia you only played a half. Yeah, and that West Georgia was the very first game, so you're shaking off some rust, but it was like 30-26 in the first half, and you're like, you're only leading by 4. And then in the second half, it was like 56-20 or something. They blew them out of the water. And I was like, okay, there's the team we were expecting. And then from that point on, they did that every single game until they got to upstate, another bad team, bad first half, good second half, and they win. And then you get to Creighton. You just beat the brakes off your rival. Okay. Mm-hmm. You got Wisconsin to open up Big Ten play. This is all in the same game, by the way.
Beat the brakes off of them.
Kick them, you say welcome to the Big Ten. We weren't that worried. You guys were talking crazy. Take a 30-point loss. And then you get a road 13-ranked Illinois team on a snowy day where, it's an afternoon game as well, so you never know what the energy is going to be. And, man, they brought it. I mean, Sanford brought it at the very beginning, and I think the Husker offense slowed down a little bit when he cooled off, trying to figure out, okay, let's get back into our regular groove.
Rhythm and everything like that.
Yeah. And then the second half, they played an awesome half of basketball. Great first half, great second half. And then they won on a walk-off 3. Like, the fouls in that game were 21-9 in Illinois' favor. It's hard to beat a team that's going to the line at will, that's in bonus with 9 minutes, 30 plus seconds to go in the second half, and they're not that far behind, and you still found out a way to keep your offense efficient enough to never allow them to take that.
Get back into to take charge and really get back in it.
I mean, I don't think the officials were biased. I just think that's the way Illinois plays.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of pissed me off. I'm being honest. It's a little bit like the Thunder. They're very good at just drawing fouls. That's not their.
They're an aggressive downhill attacking team. Like they're one of the teams in the Big Ten that plays like an upbeat SEC type of team. We don't have too many teams like that in the Big Ten, but Illinois has been that way for a little while, to where they're very, very aggressive and they come downhill fast, and that's just their game.
Yeah, and they love drawing fouls, and they're good at it. It's like the Thunder, where if you're putting yourself in a position to where they can lean in and get the foul, they're going to do that every single time, and that's how they got 21 fouls. Like, it was not just the refs being biased. That's what Illinois does. That's exactly how they beat Ohio State the game prior. They were down. They should have lost. All of a sudden, they start getting Ohio State's keep catching their hands and their shooting actions. They go to the free throw. The game slows down. You look up, and all of a sudden, Illinois has a lead. The exact same way they almost came back and beat Nebraska is how they beat Ohio State just before. But again, Nebraska's offense was just good enough, and they did do better about not fouling in that second half, especially when it got to the bonus. But, I mean, that's what Illinois does. They're going to abuse you going down the lane, to your point, and then they're just really good at drawing fouls. Except for, what was his name? Markowski or Sturs? I'm blanking on the one guy's name who was just an absolute menace. He only would drive and get buckets, but he wasn't looking for fouls. He was just looking for straight buckets. Like, I'll take my cap to that man. He was a problem, and he was never going for fouls. He's looking to score.
You can appreciate that.
Oh, it's my favorite thing. That's why I like guys like Bam Adebayo. Like, you watch him play in the league, like, you don't see him going for fouls. He's going for buckets. Same thing with Jokic. He's going for buckets. Embiid, he's going for fouls. Two different styles. There's one I can get behind, the other one.
A healthy Embiid, I don't know. I kind of hurt Embiid, probably.
I don't know.
Because early in the season, Embiid is a menace. He looks like the second coming of Shaq, and then it just disappears.
Yeah, he's the only guy in the league where if you want to tell me you want to do load management with him, I'd be like, yeah,
I understand.
I get it. The guy can't make it through a season. 82 games in that body is hard to do. And when you're the main focus of the team and you got to take that much pressure and night in, night out, he's one of the more tragic careers that we've seen. Like, he is legit one of the.
I mean, I don't know about tragic. And now, depending on how things continue to go and everything like that, you could say that, but he's still eligible to play. He's not walked away from the game. It's different than like a Greg Odom or a Brandon Roy or Derrick Rose, even after an injury type situation. He's not even like there yet. So I wouldn't say a tragic. He's injury prone. That's just what it is.
Well, more tragic for the 76er fans.
I mean, but the 76ers hasn't really done anything since they traded AI, and then they had maybe one or two good years with Harden and Butler, and that was really it.
Exactly. That's a pretty tragic story. To be paying all that money, just the, playoffs on 3, second round exit, year in, year out is tough. It's tough to handle. We're NBA basketball, women's basketball as well. Shout out to them. They're still undefeated. You got men 11-0, women's 11-0. Both teams, I know the women got another easy one coming up versus Cal State, and then the men got North Dakota and then New Hampshire. And then Nebraska basketball gets number 9 Michigan State coming out of that. So they'll be likely 13-0 if they do not take these teams for granted ahead of them. And then, man, if you take down number 9 Michigan, and that one's at home.
Ooh-wee.
Like this, now you're looking at Nebraska possibly in the top 10 rankings. Most likely in the top 10. If they go win the next 2, because I'd imagine there'll be some teams that lose a game and they maybe drop back, and that pushes Nebraska from like 15-14 or 15-13 by the end of that stretch if they win them. And if you're sitting there like 13 and then you beat number 9 Michigan, and Michigan within that span will probably move up 1 or 2 spots. I mean, that looks like a top 10 team. You're seeing people put out the rankings. Some people put them as high in bracketology as like a 3 to 6 seed. A lot of season left.
It's still early. I'm not even paying attention to that. You know, we can wait on that. That's way too early.
Well, it starts with North Dakota. You win that one, and then you move on to New Hampshire, and then it's number 9 Michigan State, and then you're truly off and rolling with Big Ten play. And then you don't have to deal with Michigan till the end of the month on January 27th. That'll be a game. I don't know if you watched much Michigan basketball this year. My Lord.
They had a young team last year that was really, really nice, and they had a lot of people come back, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. I mean,
they look dangerous.
They look like the most dangerous team in the country right now. I know they're number 2. They should be number 1. They beat – we'll just go through some of the scores here. Versus teams that aren't garbage. They beat TCU, which was one of their worst games versus a power conference opponent, 67-63. Then they play a nobody. Then they get San Diego State, 94-54. Then they get number 21 Auburn, beat them by 30, 102-72. All right, we'll give you another ranked opponent. How about Gonzaga? Number 17 Gonzaga. We'll beat them by 40, 101-61. Okay, Big Ten play. At least they're familiar with you. Should slow you down. How about Rutgers? They win that one by 39, 101-60. No, never mind. They won it by 41. Then they play Villanova, a basketball school, one with a reputation, 89-61. Back to some more Big Ten play. How about Maryland? Well, you have to do it on the road. 101-83. No one can even push them right now. They are destroying anybody, ranked, unranked. 30 or 40-point losses consistent.
Anybody's getting it.
No, and then they'll play McNeese State, USC, Penn State, Wisconsin. They don't really have any tough ranked opponents coming up either. So they're going to a couple nobodies and then Big Ten teams that aren't ranked until they get to Nebraska and then number 9 Michigan State back to back. So that will be a chance that team is undefeated walking in to Nebraska.
Crazy.
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. We have to go on the road and play Nebraska. That sucks too. Or we have to go on the road and play Michigan as well. We won't get them at home.
That'll be interesting.
It's a ways away. We don't have to worry about it yet. But, just looking across the landscape of college basketball, it's certainly looking at the Big Ten. It's like, okay, you got Illinois. They're legit. I know we beat them. Very good team. You're looking at Purdue. They had a tough loss, but they're still very good. And then it's kind of like Nebraska, Illinois, Purdue, Michigan.
Yeah.
They are.
They're playing in a different atmosphere right now.
Yeah. So I mean, we got room to grow on the men's basketball team. Like, if you want to be the best in the conference, like there's still a team out there that is blowing teams out of the water. We'll see what it looks like when we match up to them head to head. But that will be, if they stay healthy, like the biggest litmus test we'll get all year. Because I Michigan early, obviously, right? But I mean, you can't look at that team and not see March Madness in their eyesight. It's a lot would have to happen for things to fall apart for that team. All right. With that being said, we'll go ahead. Unless you got anything else to add on Nebraska.
That's it.
All right. Shout out to Marcus Lawrence. I do got to say that that's a huge, big time shot in a pressure situation. And then for Sam Hoiberg to run the play on the dot, to get it to Lawrence with just 0.2 seconds left on the clock for Illinois, giving Illinois no chance whatsoever to even, throw up a floater. Perfectly executed down the stretch. And then Braden, not Frager, Burkett Bar-Uchtengel. I just want you to make it through the season. Protect yourself a little bit. I love the physicality he plays with, but man, he has taken some brutal shots in these games by being an absolute force. So keep being, Burkett Bar-Uchtengel, but I just want you to stay healthy. I thought he was going to have a concussion protocol. He took a nasty elbow to the top of the head in that one. All right, we'll throw it to break. We'll talk about Husker football on the other side. Obviously, some big things in the water that we'll dive into. Don't go anywhere. Don't punt hour. Good morning, Pierson-El, Harrison Arns.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, and family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetable, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyd Farm Outfitters. Farmers, the Nebraska Ag Expo is coming up on December 9th through 11th at the Sandhills Global Event Center, and we'd love to see you there. Our team will be in two places at once, in the Boyd Farm Outfitters booth and the Green Eye Technology booth, which are both in the Currency building. In the meantime, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and X at BoydFO to see what we've been working on. Again, that's BOECKFO on social media. We look forward to seeing you at the Expo.
Staying profitable means finding smarter, more efficient ways to farm. Those decisions turn hard work into something worth passing down. Join us at the Sandhills Global Event Center in Lincoln for the Nebraska Ag Expo on December 9th through 11th, where agriculture meets innovation. From big iron and livestock production to the latest in ag tech and soil health, discover the solutions that can help you do more with less and protect your legacy for generations to come. Sponsored in part by Farm Credit Services of America and Ag Direct.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Dana Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Dana Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Dana Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at DanaTrucking.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
The top-ranked Nebraska volleyball team is trying to play its way to the Final Four in Kansas City. Make your plans now to cheer on the Huskers with a VIP travel experience from Sports Trip and the Nebraska Alumni Association. Travel round trip from Lincoln in a luxury motor coach with free parking, plus an overnight stay at the beautiful Hotel Indigo in Kansas City. See details and register at HuskerAlumniTrip.com. Hurry, spots are limited. Register now at HuskerAlumniTrip.com.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at koppelcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, and family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetable chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, Call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyd Farm Outfitters. Farmers, the Nebraska Ag Expo is coming up on December 9th through 11th at the Sand Hills Global Event Center, and we'd love to see you there. Our team will be in two places at once, in the Boyd Farm Outfitters booth and the Green Eye Technology booth, which are both in the Currency building. In the meantime, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and X at BoydFO to see what we've been working on. Again, that's BOECKFO on social media. We look forward to seeing you at the expo.
Staying profitable means finding smarter, more efficient ways to farm. Those decisions turn hard work into something worth passing down. Join us at the Sand Hills Global Event Center in Lincoln for the Nebraska Ag Expo on December 9th through 11th, where agriculture meets innovation. From big iron and livestock production to the latest in ag tech and soil health, discover the solutions that can help you do more with less and protect your legacy for generations to come. Sponsored in part by Farm Credit Services of America and Ag Direct.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. We are live on the brick and mortar now. The NFL wrapped up. Yeah, the Miami Dolphins fall to 6-8 after losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who now go up to 8-6 with a 15-28 victory for Pittsburgh. They were at home. Don't know how surprising that is. Good morning, Pierson-El. Surprising result or no? Steelers win 15-28. Oh, you got to unmute yourself there.
Absolutely not. No. Dolphins, like, come on now. Like, nobody's, no.
I don't know. They decide.
No.
Sometimes they want to play football. Sometimes they don't. They didn't want to this game.
And, excuse me, and they were playing in the cold. No.
That is true. It's freezing. They weren't going to win that game. I mean, I wanted to pick them anyways, but the Dolphins have been so weird this year. Right when you think they're going to give up, it's like they rattle off. How many of the wins do they rattle off in a row?
2 or 3, I think.
Yeah, let's see here. It started with, they beat the Bills, then they beat the Commanders, then they beat the Saints, then they beat the Jets, and then they lost it. So they had an easy road, but that Bills win was huge for them. And then they...
Again, a divisional game.
Yep. Crazy. Chiefs eliminated from the playoffs, too, by the way. We'll get into all that tomorrow. NFL Tuesdays. Yeah. It's the most unified I've seen, like, my friends' football chat in a long time. Because, again, I got, like, Vikings fans, Packers fans in there, then Chargers for some reason. I got a guy who just loves Jim Harbaugh. That was all one, where we all got in a circle and said, Kumbaya.
I told you, the guy that hurt him, I know him. Like, he's from Virginia. Like, he's getting crazy messages right now. Like, it's kind of, he didn't mean to hurt the guy, but my goodness.
Is he really?
Yes. like wild messages.
They weren't going to make the playoffs anyways. Take the year off.
People are, they serious about Mahomes, I guess. He's playing football. It's not. It comes with the game. You act like the guy intentionally tried to hurt him. Like, that's not what happened at all.
It's so hard to take that stuff seriously because it's like these people are probably messaging and it's not their real accounts. It's like Mahomes 15. It's like, okay, what is Mahomes lover 15 going to say to me? Probably, nice.
And I mean, and Shawnee went to Alabama. He's a national championship winner. Like, I think he got drafted third or fourth round to the Lions. Like, he's a decorator. He was a number one player in the 2014 class. Between him and Leonard Fournette, it would go back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can get over it.
Yeah, pretty much.
They got a whole offseason to get over their feelings about their quarterback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sad. Wish him a speedy recovery. Never wish anybody hurt, but
they'll be okay.
Part of the game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's going to happen. Jaden Daniels is in year 2. His body just completely broke apart on him, and I think they rushed him back a little bit.
I told you he needs to be on IR. Sit down. Put bubble wrap. Bring in some armed guards to protect him. He can't go to the store nowhere.
I mean, they're eliminated from the playoffs. There's nothing to play for.
There's no benefit of having him play like at all. Like
There's none.
Do what you need to do to get better. We'll figure out, what to do, kind of how to address this better in the offseason.
Well said. Let's talk about Dylan Raiola. He is hitting.
Not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not either. I didn't know anything other than Dayton decommitted. His uncle
did.
Fired, and then I took a wild swing at it. I assumed he was gone.
Necessarily, even I would say even necessarily before that and everything like that. That's why I couldn't say anything a few weeks ago. But
you got your sources, but obviously you can't speak on it before it's been spoken of.
Wish him the best. Hopefully the other tangible stuff that comes with having him in your program and everything like that gets itself solved. I don't want to say there's a lot of distractions, but there was one big handler that, might kind of needs to ease up a little bit. And I get, people want the best for him and whatnot, but at some point in time, the man is in college and is an adult. You know what I mean? And you can't try and have a hand in running a program just because your name is somewhere on a stadium or you were high up and everything like that. Like, you don't necessarily have the keys to it. And it's been a mix of things.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that, but, wish him the best. I don't know if it's one of those ploys to get more money or something like that. I doubt it. He's doing what's best for him. So you can't be mad at somebody for putting their own, best interest in front of things.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. For everyone joining in, since we're off NFL, 402-464-5685. Let me know how you guys think about it, what you're worried about, what you're maybe wanting, to replace it. But on Dylan Raiola hitting the transfer portal. Yeah, I mean, where I fall on it is, again, like, it's not that I don't care, but best of luck. You're not a Husker anymore. Thank you for what you did.
I mean, the coaches, the university bent over backwards and honestly took way more than what they should have in handling the whole entire situation and camp. So, at some point in time, it becomes a bit of a distraction and draining. And I finally think, Rule got to a point to where, he was kind of fed up with certain stuff and was putting his foot down over speaking, and he's not going to say this, but, kind of, I won't say confrontational, but
resetting expectations, maybe.
I wouldn't even say resetting expectations, but just letting it is what it is. He's letting it be known. It's just not what people think, it's going to be or what people necessarily expect, and they're not necessarily inside the building. You know what I mean? At some point in time, you got to stop, pleasing people that, on the outside looking in on certain things and everything like that. And like I said, I think he probably got to a point of being, fed up with some stuff and everything like that. And, one of the straws that, broke the camel's back was, a certain commit requesting more money and it being denied. And, that just kind of triggered other stuff in a feeling. There have been, altercations or, a very, stern talkings a few times before, things had got to that point about other things about, how the offense would look and doing certain things. And, he was honest about certain stuff, and I'm assuming it wasn't received well. And here we are.
Yeah, just because this is getting a whole lot negative. This is just wholesome. So I'm going to give you my opinions on it too. But good morning. You were a childhood hero. We have a picture together for when I was like 12. Shout out to Ron.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, it's crazy that I shouldn't say it's crazy. I'm not surprised by it. Best of luck. I don't know all the details. I'm privy to what you're saying. I've heard some of it before, but I don't want to speak on it because I don't have exact sources on it. So, maybe I'll text you off air and confirm what I've heard, but I don't want to start talking on air about things that I'm not entirely sure on. But yeah, I mean, again, I just get back to whatever led to the situation. It is what it is. He's not here. currently. Doesn't mean we've had players hit the portal and then come back, but I don't very, very, very slim chance he comes back to Nebraska out of the portal. But they're not a Husker anymore. You wish them the best of luck.
I don't
again. Don't be that Husker fan.
I don't know with. I'll say this: the stuff that the Nebraska staff was letting slide or letting happen and everything like that, or giving a grace and everything like that, I'm not so sure you're gonna find that, or that's gonna happen in other places. Like, I'm almost ready to say Nebraska was in a coddling kind of easy temper tantrum. I'm not saying he was throwing temper tantrums. That like I'm not down in him by any means or anything like that. But just of what the situation and of letting things slide or letting things happen and everything like that. They were suck ups a little bit and letting it slide. With that being said, again, I've heard from Arizona. Arizona State's a target of maybe transferring, or
Oregon's the other one you're hearing a lot.
I said Oregon from the jump.
Yeah.
Of just kind of, again, they've gone after transfer quarterbacks and everything like that. Dan Lynn is not going to put up with the stuff Matt Rule put up with. I'm saying that outright. I seen him say all the Patrick Mahomes things and everything like that. I'm not necessarily sure about that. This is what he's going to do. He's trying to get drafted, but he's trying to be gone by year 3. He wasn't going to stay all 4 years. Money isn't necessarily an issue. His dad and everything like that, he came up on that and whatnot. They're trying to hit it big 1 year, kind of similar situation of what Mitchell Trubisky. Not to say he had a down year or a bad year or anything like that. He didn't finish this year and everything like that. But that's what the goal is, to be gone next year, third year out of there, one of the top quarterbacks. That's the goal. And at the end of the day, do they feel like they, and this is just my assumption, I'm not saying this is exactly what it is, but outright, do they feel like they necessarily could have got that here? No, and that was a piece of it.
Fair enough. I hope we prove you wrong. I'll hope for that much. But at the end of the day, that's where I'm like, these guys are at a point now where they do what's best for them. And if you want to poo-poo on the players, like, just go look at the ridiculous coaching contracts. And then these guys move around. Like, we just saw it with Lane Kiffin and that whole fiasco. And the way you can just, see you later. And you see it with guys like Mel Tucker, who get a huge contract extension and then just coast and don't put in the effort. And then the team falls apart and you get to get fired and get all this extra money on top of it. Like, these coaches, the adults in the room are always the people that really ruin the sport. But the kids also being involved with the money now is like, now I can understand why you get upset with some of these kids' decisions, but understand that it started up top.
There's 2 changes that needs to happen in the collegiate football. When we spoke on this, I think the Texas Tech coach said it the best. Football should be done within the first week or two within January. The transfer portal opens after that leaves teams not being depleted and everything like that. I think that definitely needs to happen. And then 2, necessarily, I think it needs to move to where kids are stuck in a place for 2 years. You get 1 transfer. So you can transfer, one time right out the gate. You go to a place, you don't like it, you can leave. After that, you're wherever you go, you're there for 2 years.
I do see off YouTube again, Barney in the portal too. I have not seen anything on that. Have you?
I haven't seen that.
Okay, unless it was really recent. I'll have to check my social media after. So that one not official, but we do got a YouTuber pointing it out. We got the Texas Casanova chiming in here. This is where I sit. He says, I'm good with it. It's probably best for both sides. Like Rule says, what's next? Yeah, like you got to move on. Like he's
at some point in time, like it gets draining. Like it just like even when he committed here, it was he's gonna leave this. Like it's always been a thing. So it is what it is. He has a track record of leaving places and whatnot. So again, best of luck. Like I said, I don't have too much more. Me being very mild. So it is what it is. It's at some point in time he was going to leave, whether that's he graduated, whether that's he was going to the NFL. He was leaving at some point in time. So at some point in time it was coming, and wish the best luck to them, and on to what Nebraska needs to kind of fill, that void and everything like that. He freed up a lot of money. We can do, a number of things with stuff and whatnot, and that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. There's certain people that, I mean, it's like your exes, if you want to use an analogy on it. Like, nobody likes a guy that's talking about his ex, like, weeks after. Like, come on, dude. Like,
and, it's going to sting and everything like that. And, if he goes to places and, takes off and balls out and everything like that, will it sting a little bit? Yeah, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like I said, he's made his choice. He's laying in his bed. More power to you.
Well said. With that being said, we'll throw it to break. On the third and final segment, I have a guy that we I think can all unanimously say, okay, buddy, we're sick and tired of you. Like, we are done officially. We'll talk about that guy next. And it's a little bit of older news, but we never got the chance to talk about it because of all the chaos that's been happening with the coaches across college football and the carousel, and then right here in Nebraska, us firing and hiring guys ourselves. So we'll throw it to break. We'll talk about that man. I think most people can guess who it is on 93.7 The Ticket, the Don't Punt Tower.
Frost.
Yes.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyd Farm Outfitters. It's been another wild and crazy year in agriculture, but through it all, there's one constant: our team of people. It's Alex, Alicia, Brennan, Britton, Cody, David, Dwight, Jeremy, Jerry, Mikey, Teresa, Wayne, and me, Carly. Thanks to our awesome team for your dedication and excellence, and to our customers for trusting us to work with you in your farming operations. From all of us at Boyd Farm Outfitters, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
It's basketball season, and Salt Mine City is your pregame and postgame headquarters in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Get ready for the game with their big, fatty 7-ounce hamburger, or try a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your basketball headquarters, now open at 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
At Riddles Jewelry, we know there are moments in life when you realize this is what it's all about. And you wish you could hold on to that feeling forever. This is why we've made jewelry our passion for 65 years. This holiday season, find the perfect gift with savings up to 50%. Riddles Jewelry, family owned since 1959.
Located in Lincoln at the Gateway Mall.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your holiday meal. Pre-order a 4-pound boneless ham for $50, a 12-pound whole smoked turkey, or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you're a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Load up on meat and more this holiday season at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. Keep your eyes posted to the Mercado's social media pages for specific daily deals from now all the way through New Year's Eve on December 31st. Don't forget their other locations, now open at 30th and Yankee Hill and 84th and Old Cheney in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
Welcome back in. A final segment, Don't Punt Hour. Good morning, Pierson-El. Harrison Arns, guys are welcome to join in. We'll have Stoughton National after this one. No DP or myself tonight. We got some new fun equipment that we're going to test out, and then give me an hour to go ahead and do it and see if everything works. All to just up the streaming product quality of everything we do here at the Ticket. So all well worth it. Keep that in mind. All right, good morning, Pierson-El. Do you know, I think you said it before we went to break there. Who was the guy I was referring to?
Frost.
Yeah, we never talked about it, and I feel like now's a good time, too, since we're just going through a lot of Nebraska news that we have been able to get to. Scott Frost sues Nebraska. Coach files lawsuit against university seeking $5 million in damages. Frost claims Nebraska mishandled his buyout payments after he was fired in September 2022.
Did you or did you not receive the funds?
Something with taxes. The complaint accuses the University of Nebraska and its Board of Regents of withholding payments. Frost says he is owed for 2025 and 26 under his employment agreement. So he's trying to make an argument between the fine lines that, like, no, on the paper it says that you guys would have to pay me. Nebraska saying, no, the contract says we don't. That's what they're arguing over.
So whatever the contract says is going to stick regardless of whatever. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure the university puts things in place like that so that doesn't come, so situations like this doesn't happen. So good luck to Frost, so, you know what I mean? But, you know, enjoy your time in Florida.
Yeah, man, I don't go nuts. Like, I'm so tired of this guy. Like, it was ironic.
If it's not one thing, it's another. Like, I mean, yeah.
Well, this is the same guy. He said this a few days before he put in the lawsuit.
It's broken. College football's broken. Yeah, I don't know if you'll get that honest answer from everyone, but everyone would agree if they were honest. You know, you just got to try to play the game as best you can. And
I mean, it keeps going on there, but it's like, how are you going to sit here? The college football is broken. When again, I think we all know why college football is broken. The adults in the room and the filthy amount of cash that they're collecting, and now they give some of it to the players, of course. But
now when everybody gets their own, their own piece of the pie, it's a problem. So, I mean, like I said, is it a perfect situation? No. Does changes need to happen? Yes. But again, people in the right places aren't doing what they need to do to make sure, or have done that to make sure certain things don't happen. So, cry me a river.
It's the exact same thing. I was thinking, like, whatever, man.
Boo-hoo.
If the contract,
you're a millionaire. You live in Florida. You're coaching a team that you wanted to coach, And yet you're still complaining and pointing the finger. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Like I didn't get my $5 million.
I'm pretty sure he probably
college
was getting.
football's broken.
They didn't pay you, or they gave you exactly what the contract said it was.
Well,
We haven't had any problems with Bo Pelini. We haven't had any problems with Mike Riley. We haven't had any problems with up until now. Years later down the road. So I mean, nobody else said anything about not receiving any type of money, and all of those coaches were fired before you. So now all of a sudden something's not handled right. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to squeak out $5 million through loophole. I didn't take pass the bar exam. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't care.
Not my area of expertise, but good luck.
Not bowling again. All right. That's the morning Pierson-El. I'm Harris Nice. Appreciate you guys listening. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with